Okay, I am going to try some things. So, welcome to Supergirl Radio, live and wired. We are going to be doing something a little bit different tonight. We're attempting to do it, so we shall see for our final stream of the year. Basically, we're going to try to stream to Instagram, and we'll see how that goes. Haven't done it from StreamYard before. They've been doing it a long time on StreamYard, though. We're just now kind of tapping into it. Morgan, it looks like you might be muted. I don't know if you want to test your mic since we've had audio issues. Did you change it to communications microphone?
I did not. How is it? Is it feeling too loud? Oh, it's on communications microphone this time.
Good. So it defaulted.
Okay, cool.
Perfect. Okay. Well, we are going to try to get the stream. So my apologies to people if Morgan, if you need to know this in the future, when I scheduled the stream to go to Instagram as well as YouTube, it scheduled like 2 live streams on YouTube, and I got really confused by that.
Weird.
Because there shouldn't be 2, but there appear to be 2, so I deleted one, and then it was like, something is wrong with your stream, and I was like, oh no, so I had to restart it. So my apologies to anybody who was like, that link is different. Yeah, so we are gonna try something and see if it works. So
we're trying something new. We're getting outside the box.
So we're gonna see if we can invite Instagram folks in here as well. So I'm gonna hit go live, see what. All right, so I think we are live on Instagram. So we'll see how that goes. I don't love the layout though. That's weird.
No, it's a little strange. I would have thought that it would be like,
oh, maybe can we stack
me on bottom or
that's better.
Oh, that's
okay,
better.
That's a little better.
Okay,
it's not the best, but it's better.
Very, very close on the YouTube.
That's true. We don't normally do it this way, and so
it's usually a little further back.
Would you rather live? We can change the layout. Ooh, you are very small now. Oh, you're gone now. Okay, all right. So we are just. So, would you like to stay this way?
That's fine.
Yeah, I think it's maybe let's do it this way just for
for
editing purposes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we.
So I have a comment from Stanley who says there's 2 streams going, a horizontal and a vertical. Wait, are they seeing that on YouTube as well?
I don't love that.
No, I don't love that either. I gotta be honest.
But are people seeing it on the Instagrams?
I don't know.
So
I don't know.
Hang with us, everybody. We
what
wanted to do something.
My phone. What if I checked our Instagram? I just went on to my Instagram. Okay.
Yeah. So it looks
like cool.
Maybe...
I'm looking at me looking at it in real time. It's working. Somebody's hog_mage says long-time listener, first time saying hi on Instagram, which is this is like a picture and a picture and a picture.
So
it's Supergirl Radio Inception.
So I think there are like multiple streams. So when I said that I had to restart the stream because it like did multiple streams when I scheduled it. So if you're seeing a vertical stream, click on another one of the live streams on our YouTube channel. There should be a horizontal.
You're in the wrong place.
This is so dumb.
You're in the bad place.
I thought this would be good, and we were like, not great.
This was kind of my fault because I was like, for our special holiday our special holiday stream, why don't we try it out? Why don't we go crazy? Of course, nothing's working.
well, now we know what to expect. We thought this might be a fun way to invite people over from Instagram if they want to join us for our holiday Christmas live stream. But I think we can go with this. I think we're getting a vertical and a horizontal stream. So if you're not if you're not seeing the horizontal stream, click on another link. I tried to put it in the chat. So yeah, we will try it out. So this is a little different for us.
I have our live up in a corner on my phone, mute it. So if anybody says anything in the chat, maybe I'll catch it out of the side of my eye.
Yes.
Because just FYI, StreamYard Inside Baseball here, the comments from the Instagram live don't come into StreamYard like all of our other comments do. So
we will try to get to Instagram comments. So if you're watching us on Instagram, please share your thoughts about the issue or ask questions if you have any questions, and we'll be happy to get to them. So I think we're ready to go. We'll see how this goes on Instagram. Let us know if you're watching on Instagram, how you feel about this.
Do you like it? Is it too much? We're going to go for like an hour. Is that too much of an Instagram live?
It could go long. We tend to go long. So if you want to hang out. All right, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be talking about DC's I Saw Ma Hunkel Kissing Santa Claus 2025 #1 DC holiday special with the story Holiday Woes. So we won't be talking about the entire trade. We're just talking about the Supergirl story. So even if you haven't read it, feel free to join us for the discussion. I'm sure we'll have a good time for our final episode of 2025. So Morgan, if you're okay with that, we'll go ahead and officially get started.
Sounds good.
McGurk, I love
not mess
typing.
with my Google Docs, Meeksy.
Supergirl Radio is going live every night of the week. How do you like it? Is becoming a human burrito a plus or a minus? I don't know. It does seem snug.
I mean, they say you are what you eat.
Kira. I love that.
So I do a podcast called Supergirl Radio, and one of our segments is Lena Luthor, Boardroom or Ballroom, because of her outfit.
She looks like a boss in this coat.
Nasty Luthor like a different Luthor? It's not just Lena being mean?
No.
Helen Slater here. So fun to know that you're hosting a podcast called Supergirl Radio.
I think we're both muted.
Instagram has really foobarred the stream for me.
It's going great. is the thing. Happy holidays, everyone.
I had it on loop and I forgot to take it off loop, and so that's my bad. We are just gonna go ahead and get started since we already did the intro, so that was my bad. Normally we've got it together. Instagram is really throwing me off, but we will go ahead and get started. Welcome to Supergirl Radio, your source for all things related to the character of Kara Zor-El. My name is Rebecca Johnson.
I'm Morgan Glennon.
And for this episode of the podcast, we are live and wired to discuss the Supergirl story in DC's I Saw Ma Hunkel Kissing Santa Claus in a story titled Holiday Woes. It was written by Ash Padilla. Penciler was Anthony Marquez. Sorry if I mispronounced it. Jay Bone was the inker. Nick Filardi was the colorist. Steve Wands was the letterer. Andrew Marino was the editor. So this is a holiday special that DC Comics put out, and we are just going to be covering the Supergirl story within it. There's a lot of stories in there. I highly recommend if you want to go check out some of the other stories, all holiday, Christmas, and Hanukkah, I think, themed in there. So we are just going to be covering the Supergirl portion of it. So I am curious, Morgan. There are lots of things in this issue that I wanted to discuss. But for right now, we're going to talk about the description of the trade that kind of gives a little bit of a description for the story we're about to talk about. It says the description for this DC holiday special reads, quote, the holidays, a time for joy and togetherness, presents and carols, and emotions, drama, and chaos galore. Join our merry gang of heroes and villains as they navigate the highs and lows of holiday romance. Supergirl kicks off her winter vacation with a blind date. Galaxy tries and fails to clear her superheroing schedule to spend Hanukkah with her sweetheart, and so much more. Warm up your winter with this collection of heartwarming and heart-racing tales coming to shelves this holiday season, unquote. So that gives kind of a broad overview of the trade that you would get if you purchase this. So it gives a little bit of a teaser to kind of the Supergirl story that we're going to be talking about.
I like that it's like, we're going to like tease like 2 stories out of this like 10, like 5 or 7 story collection. It's like the Supergirl one, of course. Like, that's right. That's right.
Well, we're
getting ready for the summer of Supergirl, and they're putting some respect on her name finally.
So we're in the winter time, but we're looking ahead, looking forward to the summer of Supergirl because it's coming. That's going to be warming us up.
Within reach, almost.
Within about 6 months. So this is the Supergirl gets featured in this one pretty prominently there in the description. So I'm glad to see that as well. So Morgan, this story really is about how Clark Kent, as Lois Lane refers to it, he has set Kara up on a quote ambush date at this winter festival that is happening in downtown Smallville. What are your thoughts about Clark setting her up with an unexpected blind date? She didn't know this was happening until it happened. So what do you think about that?
Just typical Clark stuff, you know? It's like, I'm going to drop you off at the orphanage. I'm going to tell you who you can and can't get adopted by. Here's your date for the holiday season. Enjoy him. I think he's nice. He's your boyfriend now, Kara. It's like, Clark, I mean, I know you're trying to do a nice thing here, but like, what if you just let her live her life?
I don't know why he assumes that she needs a blind date here. Although I guess maybe he sees that she is dealing with a work-life balance problem. They talk a lot of several characters in the story, Clark, Kara, and a character that we will talk about soon. They all talk about being workaholics and having trouble with that work-life balance. And so maybe this is Clark's attempt at trying to get her to stop being Supergirl for just a little bit so that she can actually have a life. I'm not really sure. He says that the blind date is not just about love, it's about connection. So maybe Kara has been having trouble connecting with people, and so he wants to do something for her to help her with that. But I also would argue, couldn't she just make a connection with Clark and Lois? Couldn't they just have like a family outing where they go to the winter festival? It just seems insensitive to kind of throw this on her unexpectedly.
Typical Clark. There's a comment in the chat that made me laugh so hard. It says the way he's like, I'm so glad we're spending time together, and then he abandons her.
That is pretty typical of Clark Kent / Superman.
It really is. He's like, I'm so glad you're coming to the holidays. I'm so glad that we're going to go to this winter festival together. And then as soon as they get to the winter festival, he's like, all right, deuces, bye. Lois and I have some eggnog to go drink, and we've got like all these big plans. Like none of them involve you, but it's so good to see you. Anyway, enjoy your date.
Leaves her totally alone to meet some strange person she's never met. That doesn't seem very responsible.
He doesn't even wait to be like, hey, obviously, because a lot of things happen in this story, where if he had just waited to introduce her to her blind date, maybe some of the miscommunication wouldn't have happened in this issue. But instead he's just like, oh, it's not like, the part of the fun is that I don't tell you anything about your blind date. It's like, is that part of the fun, Clark? Did we agree that that's the fun? Did she even agree to do it? It's so funny. I think it's just typical. It's like a very Silver Age Superman that we get in this issue. That's just like, don't worry, I know what's best for you. But I'm not going to stick around to see if that actually pans out. But best of luck.
So that brings up a question I had, and I'm curious what your thoughts on it. So you mentioned that he seemed to know who he was putting her together with, Jonathan Ross, I think, Pete Ross's son. I think the issue makes it clear that Clark believes that Pete Ross's son is who he is fixing Kara up with. But I also wonder, does he know? Okay, so I'm just not gonna beat around the bush. Brainiac 5 makes an appearance in this storyline in this ambush date. And I was also wondering if Clark maybe knew that Brainy would be there. I don't know, because Clark has, especially in his Superboy days, had a lot of interactions and adventures with the Legion of Superheroes, and because he was a Legionnaire. So I did kind of wonder if he knew that Brainy would be there. So what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, my assumption was that he didn't, because the end of the issue, he's like, oh, Pete's son, whose name was,
I think Jonathan. That's what I wrote down, was Jonathan.
Yeah, he's like, oh, he got really lost, but here he is. I hope you didn't wait too long. And she's like, what? I just went on this blind date. What are you talking about? And it didn't seem like Clark was in on the setup of Kara and Brainy going on this date. So I was under the assumption that he wasn't in on it, because he's like, he got a little lost.
I think it's probably fair to assume that he didn't know, because Brainy at the end of the issue, he has this chance encounter with Kara, but I don't know that it's so much chance as then I think he planned it to be there at that time, at that place. My guess is that the Legion of Superheroes knew exactly when to put Brainy in a spot where he could encounter Kara instead of Pete Ross's son. So it seemed like a Legion of Superheroes thing because Brainy mentions that Imra has sort of nudged him, I guess, in the way that Clark has nudged Kara. And so the characters there, his friends, Brainy's friends, want him to have a connection.
Get out there a little
yeah.
Go to the past. Meet Kara.
So my guess is that maybe Clark doesn't know, but then I also wonder, like, maybe he does know. Maybe he's just being like, oh yeah, he got lost. So I don't know. It's I guess it's open to interpretation, but I like the idea that Brainy just timed it exactly right so that he could meet Kara when he does.
Because she is when she's waiting for Jonathan Ross to show up, she's like looking at her phone and she turns around and bumps into him, and then he mentions her name, and so she then assumes that he is Jonathan. So she says like, "Oh, I see you're Pete's son," and he just says, "Yes, I am," which is not a very confident way of proving your identity. So I wonder if she just kind of said that and he just decided to, in that moment, to go with it. Like, yes, I am that person.
But if you are a time traveler, couldn't you figure out like she was there to meet this Jonathan person and like you could just confidently be like, yes, of course, I am Jonathan Ross. I don't know. It seemed like he was surprised by things that were happening.
He was very surprised. He was like, okay, I'm gonna roll with those punches.
So what did you think, Morgan, about Kara and Brainy here? Because this is a romance for Kara and Brainy, which is pretty typical in Supergirl's history. She has romantic entanglements with Brainiac 5 throughout her time. Of course, there's also been Jimmy Olsen in there to a degree, but Brainy, I think, is one of her more popular alien legionnaire boyfriends. So what did you think about Kara getting to hang out with Brainy here?
I thought it was cute. I thought that their little romance on their blind date was fun. I like that they both bonded over being workaholics, and I thought it was also really funny that she had to keep dashing off to like save people and pull a cat out of a tree, and
that looks exactly like Streaky the super cat.
I know. I was like, why is she letting Streaky do these things?
Streaky doesn't need your help.
Streaky can get out of that tree. And that she like gets a meteor and punches a meteor. So I thought the premise of her going and doing all these super heroics while she's trying to be on this date, I thought that was really fun. And I feel like we see stuff like this in like superhero media a lot, where they're like going back and forth and they're like, I can have a personal life, but also I have to do all this superheroing. And I thought it was a really fun way into that story.
And I think Brainy is a person who would understand that she has to do that kind of thing. And I think vice versa, that he seems to identify with the problem of having a work-life balance and having been a workaholic to a degree and wanting to be concerned about other people. And so he would understand that if she had to dash off. He doesn't even seem to be bothered by it when she does it in the issue. They just kind of keep talking. While things are happening, they're still having a conversation as she's punching meteors and stuff. So I think that's actually a really good argument for Kara and Brainy, if you wanted to make one, that they are is very similar in how they operate, how they see the world, how they see life. And so I really enjoyed this. I was glad to see that Brainiac 5 and Kara got a little attention here in this issue, because sometimes you don't often get that in a story. The Supergirl TV series had a whole three or four seasons where Brainy was on the show, and that was never a thing that crossed anyone's minds.
As Rachel said, except for the TV show, for some reason, as an exception to Brainy ever being a Kara love interest, he certainly wasn't on the TV show. And you might have thought when they brought him on, like, oh, clearly that's where they're going there. But they were like, nah, we're going to different. a different direction.
Which is fine, but it is nice to see that in this issue, and it's nice to see, you know, Brainiac 5 getting a little attention just for him as a character, because I think he is one of the more popular Legionnaires. He's been a Legionnaire for a very long time, and so it's fun to see him here. I like that he maintains his purple and green color scheme throughout his, you know, his civilian clothes, I guess you could call that, while he's talking to Kara. So I enjoyed that a lot. So I assume that he sort of just picks the time and the place, and he sets it up so that he runs into her. The only question I had really about the art that I was a little confused about was the, I guess, literal bumping into her. The panels were confusing to me because she's like looking at her smartphone, which has like a pear on it instead of an apple.
I thought that was really funny. I thought that was a cute detail. I was like, wait, is that a pear?
They must not want to be sued by Apple for using an apple there. But does he, you don't see him like literally bumping into her. So is that what happens? Does he like, do they have a meet cute where he runs into her? Is that what
I think they have a meet cute because I think she's turning. It looks like in the panel where they bump into each other that she is like turning around, and that they maybe she hits into him because she's turning around and he is like falling down, and the sound effect is boof. Boof. Okay, that tells me a lot. But yeah, I think that it's supposed to be like she's like looking at her phone, she turns around like that and hits right into him, and he falls over. So I think it is an actual meet cute that they have.
Yeah, I assume that's what was happening, but I did think it was a little confusing in terms of the way it was drawn. So I just wanted to clear that up. The other thing that I thought was interesting, do we have any other thoughts about Kara and Brainy before I move on? I guess I did think it was kind of nice. There was that panel where they agreed to have coffee sometime, and they're like, he has a little mitten on and she's got her gloves, and there's a close up of their hands touching. I did think that was really nice. So I thought it ended well, where Kara was open to this connection that she has, even though she was sort of forced into it. But I think it ended well for her.
Yeah, I really like that panel as well because the snowflakes that are falling are in the shape of little hearts. And I thought that was a really cute detail. I was like, oh, like, you know, love is all around.
That is true. Yes, the snowflake snow flurries are hearts, correct. That I can't believe I missed that. Okay. Any thoughts about Brainy and Kara before I talk about something else?
I thought that they were really cute in this. I liked that they had this sort of the same issues that they are dealing with, that they're workaholics, that they, you know, it's the holidays and they're trying to slow down, but they can't sort of let go of what they should be doing. And I think that they meant that they sort of understood each other. So I thought that it was a really cute interaction. And obviously this was, I did a count. But this is only like a 10-page story. So there's only so much that you can do with that kind of like limited page count. And I thought that they did a really good job like establishing their, you know, their relationship and why they connect with each other and why they would maybe like want to see more of each other.
And considering it was only about 10 pages, they did a time travel story.
They did.
In 10 pages. That's pretty good.
That's impressive, actually. Not easy to do.
Just got straight to the point. He's a time traveler. He does time travel things, and that's the end of that. So that is pretty impressive. One of the things that I wanted to mention was that in this issue, Kara mentions National City.
She does.
I thought that was interesting because I have not seen or heard of a mention of National City in a while. I don't know if it's since the beginning of Rebirth, but I found that pretty striking that the National City has come back into this. So I appreciated that nod to the TV show.
Yeah, I like that as well. I thought that was fun that they mention that she is trusted with keeping National City safe. I thought that was very cool.
Yeah, I enjoyed that nod to the TV show, but also just that's her city. That's been established since the TV show that Superman watches over Metropolis and Supergirl watches over National City. And I think that's really good. And speaking of Kara, I did think it was interesting towards sort of the end of the issue. Like there's this whole romance and it's really cute, but I thought there was some real feelings coming out of Kara. I think it's on page, what is that, 72? And there's a panel where Kara is turning around to talk to Brainy, and she has several bubbles where she basically talks about how she is constantly giving herself away. Like she's doing all these superhero things and she's giving and giving and giving and giving to other people. And she's worried that if she continues to do that, she will start to lose who she is in the process. And I was like, wow, that hits maybe a little too close to home for me. And so I thought that was a really like a realistic emotion to come out of Kara that sometimes I don't really hear superheroes say. Maybe they don't say it in those terms. Superheroes are always trying to have that balance where they can do their superhero thing, but also have a personal life. But I don't think it was put quite that. Like this is a unique way to put that she's giving so much of herself and scared, worried that she's going to lose who she is, that she would become someone else. And so I actually, that was one of my favorite parts of the issue because it felt very real.
Yeah, I like that as well. That the idea that you can't you can't pour from an empty cup. And if she's just going and going and going, we even see this. She's on her holiday break. She can't relax. She goes on to this this winter thing with her family, who abandons her obviously immediately. And then she's on this date, but she can't even relax during the date. She's got to like get a cat out of a tree. She's got to punch a meteor. And you kind of feel like the punching a meteor thing, like, okay, I can buy that can't wait. But when she starts to just like save cats from trees, you're like, I don't know. Are you just like having a hard time letting go? Because like the firefighters feel like they had that one.
They could have. They're right there.
And then she's like helping an old lady across the street, but like the crossing guard is also right there. It's like, Supergirl, like, I don't know. Is this like something that you need to look at inside yourself? That like sometimes you can delegate and it's going to be fine. And I think that is what Brainy says, is that you have people around that help you, and you have people around that understand what you're going through and are willing to step up. And it's not just all on your shoulders. And I think she definitely did really need to hear that, because I thought it was clever the way that the comic did it, where it's like she's obviously doing something that only Supergirl can do. She's punching a meteor, but then she's doing like a bunch of stuff other people can do. And it's like, okay, like the other stuff you probably could have like gotten yourself a hot chocolate and like had a nice day and like just trusted that old lady was getting across the road.
Yeah, there's even somebody I think who gets their purse stolen. And even that is like, I'm sure there's police in Smallville who can go after the thief. You don't have to do all of that yourself. So I think that's a really good reminder for Supergirl, but also maybe a reminder for Rebecca Johnson. Like that's something that, maybe is not something that I always have to do all the time. But I will say it is hard sometimes to delegate, because you do have to trust. You do have to trust that the person you're delegating to is going to do what needs to be done. And so you have to be able to have faith that those people are going to achieve that. And I would think that maybe the fire department is probably going to get that cat out of the tree. I think you can trust them to do that.
In the panel, you can see that they're at the tree and they like with the truck. There's like no reason for her to be there. It's like, oh, Supergirl, are we having like a little problem letting go? Like some of this is legitimate, and then some of this is at this point on you. Like you've gotta let go a little bit as well. Like I think that's what Clark is, in his very bad way, as he usually does with her, trying to get across to her is like, you do need to relax sometimes, and like some of this stuff will get done. Like he said, when she's like, I'm the protector of National City now, and I have to be on top of it, and I don't know how to do that. He's like, you have superheroing. if something's going on, you're gonna know. And until then, come to the Winterfest with me. Go on a date with somebody you've never met before. Did you want to go on a date today? Doesn't matter. You're having fun. She's like, but I don't want to.
And she goes on a date with someone he didn't even expect to set her up with.
Exactly.
So this is not in our day and age where like people need to be very careful about situations like that. You never know what you're going to get. So that is a little concerning. I did have a question for you, Morgan, as a cat owner.
Yes.
Do you feel like the cat stuck in a tree is a tired trope that needs to be retired? Because here's my argument as a non-cat owner, but has had a cat in my life before the severe allergies took over. Cats can jump down out of trees, I'm assuming.
Depending on how big the tree is, I would say, yeah, probably. I think the problem is that like the cat climbs up and is just like, oh, I've gone too far. I'm too high up now. But the tree in the picture, that cat I think could have just gotten out of that tree by himself. I think it's fine. Like I've seen my cats jump down from great heights. And if you have lower branches on the tree, I don't see why they can't just kind of go down the branches. Again, yeah. I'm not a cat expert. I'm certainly not a cat in tree expert. But it does feel like a cliche, and I feel like we're not giving the cats enough credit. Just like Kara, maybe the cats can take care of their own stuff.
That's true. Maybe she should delegate that to the cat.
She's like, listen. She like looks up. She's like, Streaky, you got this. And then she leaves.
I do think we need to give cats more credit because they got up there.
Yeah,
they can get down, I feel like. And even if they can't get down, that's on them, I guess. for climbing up there.
You stay up there, you think about what you did until I can come get you.
I mean, maybe they'll make some squirrel friends up there while they're there.
Maybe they'll eat a bird. Who knows what's going to happen?
If they go after birds, though, they might go higher in the tree, and then they're really up a creek. Then they would need Supergirl to fly up there and get them. I could see that.
We have some cat and tree commentary.
Oh, yes.
From the chat. In Very 3 says, on cats and trees, I can confirm cats are little cowards. My cat has climbed into our vents and then realized he doesn't know how to get out.
Yeah. Does that feel right to you, Morgan, with your cats?
You know what? I don't think we have anything that's like so high up or isn't around other furniture that they can use as like a stepping stone that they've ever gotten to like a place where they're like, uh-oh. They've certainly gotten up on top of things and then thought to themselves like, this isn't going to be as easy to get down as I'd hoped. And I see it in their faces and I'm like, what now? What's the plan? But I do think that they usually figure it out. And I've got like one good jumper and one bad jumper who just last week misjudged a jump and then like flailed his arms out, Bunsen did, and took out a bunch of my Christmas decorations. They fell on the floor. Some of them broke. Anyway, I was like, Bunsen, you're now in trouble. Now you're in trouble.
Oh, no.
But anyway, there's some cats that are just not good jumpers, and you would hope that those are not the cats climbing up the trees.
That wasn't your cat nativity.
It actually was. It was one of the cat angels, and its beautiful cat wings flew off.
Oh, no.
I have to glue it back, super glue it back on.
Save the cat angels. That is devastating. Yeah, I guess it's true. I guess I remember you telling me a story of maybe one of the cats got stuck in a crawl space that like couldn't get out in like a tight space. Cats, I think, sometimes don't necessarily. I think they do a lot of math in their head sometimes, but they're not so good at the math. Like you can see them working it out.
They're not always making the right connections. They're like, I think I got this, and then they get in, they're like, oop, no, I don't.
I don't got this. I don't got this.
And then it's your responsibility to save them from their own decisions.
Okay, I guess this argument has made me rethink the cat stuck in a tree trope.
Now,
I can see the justification
Streaky, though. If it was Streaky, no justification. Streaky should be able to use his cat superpowers to get out of that tree.
He has invulnerability. He has flight. He has
Heat vision.
his claws are probably
He could
strong.
slowly burn the tree down.
Just set the tree on fire.
Just set the tree. I've made it worse.
I made it small now. It has gone down to the ground. But yeah, so we cannot confirm that is Streaky the Super Cat. The cat just looks very much like Streaky. So maybe that cat did not, in fact, have superpowers. So I'm glad we could discuss that, because I've been thinking about that a lot, about the cat stuck in a tree trope and whether or not it holds water. But I think I can be won over to the idea that cats maybe can't get down sometimes when they climb up stuff. Okay, so is there anything else before we maybe get to some art things that I wanted to talk about? Is there anything else you wanted to talk about with the story?
I thought it was a really fun story. I thought it was a great way to highlight some of the struggles that Kara has. It shows some of the connections that she has with Brainy. It's a time travel story in 10 pages. That's pretty rare. And I like the twist that she thinks that she is going to meet this blind date, and she ends up going on a different blind date than she expected to go on, which I thought was fun. I thought it was especially funny at the end when Jonathan Ross finally shows up and she's like, I'm not interested now. I'm just that's it. One blind date today. That's all I've got in me. And Jonathan Ross is just kind of in the background as she's like, I'd rather spend time with my family. He's like, great, cool. I'm glad I came all the way out here.
He probably didn't want to be there anyway.
He's like, that's fine, dude. It's fine.
He was probably stuck on this blind date without his knowledge too. So yeah, I think Jonathan Ross really rolled with the punches there. So kudos to him. The only thing that I think is interesting about the end of that story is that, I guess it leaves it up because it has to be an open-ended story, because they cannot go into further details in a, 6, 8, 12 issue run. They can't develop this romance any further. But like, how's Brainy going to reconnect with her?
Yeah, I was
like that would be my
too.
thought, is like, what is he gonna like show up again and be like, hey, I'm a time traveler, I can come whenever.
I look a little different now, a little greener perhaps. But there was a question in the chat. It was from Brian, who said, I didn't read the issue. Was Brainiac 5 not green?
He is green in
the last panel. Yeah, at the last panel he is green. In the rest of the issue, he is like in disguise as like just a regular guy.
Yeah. Maybe he used some sort of device that concealed his alien nature while he was there, so that he could bond with her over that. He's and like, not stick out in the crowd.
It's just me. I'm a scientist, a normal scientist.
Yeah, he said computer scientist was okay. He would be fine with that, but like overall scientist was the better label for him. Which I think is fine. I think he does interact with a lot of computers. Computo is a pretty famous computer in his world. So there is that. But yeah, so I don't know. I guess he would just kind of pop back in at some other point in her life and reconnect. So that'll be a real surprise for Kara when that happens. But we don't get to see that at the end of this issue. We just kind of leave on a good note that they've both made a connection, both made a friend that maybe could be something else. And Rachel in the chat says this design for Brainy looked a lot like the version of him from the Legion cartoon, but on the alternate cover they use the design from the Bendis Legion run. So thank you, Rachel, for sharing those thoughts. Yeah, he does look like the one from the Legion of Superheroes cartoon for sure. Okay, so some notes I had on the art here. One thing that really kind of stuck out to me that I wanted to get your thoughts on. I don't know if this requires a boardroom or ballroom or not, but Clark's sweater. Would you advise Superman to wear a sweater that has an S on it in his secret identity?
So would not. I have to say, I would not. I do feel like you're inviting questions. It's like that meme. It's like my sweater with the giant I'm not Superman sweater is inviting questions that are already answered by my I'm not Superman sweater. It's like, yeah, I don't know that I would walk around with the giant S sweater. He's just gonna be like, oh, just big fan. No, I do get that I kind of look like him. I get that sometimes, but because I'm such a big fan, not because I am him, which I'm not him. And then like Lois is just like slowly going insane in the corner.
I mean, he's really laying it on thick with the red S, with the blue sweater and the yellow scarf.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, he's making all kinds of choices in this issue.
maybe he's fine in Smallville because maybe everybody in Smallville already knows he's Superman.
I feel like, based on the TV show, I feel like that whole town definitely knew. By the end of that TV show, they were like, "Oh, it's Clark. He has powers, but he doesn't like us to know about that, so we just like keep it quiet."
Yeah, Superman and Lois, spoiler alert, they definitely knew that he was Superman. The whole world, he eventually outed himself to the whole world, so everyone eventually knew.
So maybe everyone in Smallville already knows, and they're just like, it's fine. He likes to walk around and be like, "I'm Clark Kent," and we think it's weird that he wears the big sweater with the S, but none of us can know, but
he just really likes. He doesn't feel right if he doesn't have that big S on his chest. So he
this
just
is my emotional support giant S.
So I did think that was pretty funny. I was like, I don't know if that's the best choice there. If you're
making choices today, Clark.
Another thing that I thought was really interesting is at the very beginning of the story, the books on Clark's bedside nightstand, which I guess is like his childhood bedroom in Smallville, the books have titles on them.
I did not notice this.
Yeah, one says New Frontier, and the other one I think says All Seasons, which are obviously based on very famous DC comic stories, Justice League New Frontier and Superman for All Seasons. So I thought that was a nice little touch. That they put that in his bedroom. He also has like a little Batman figure on his bed. So
That's very funny.
So really, Clark is, I don't think, very worried about his secret identity.
No, he's not. He's like, that stuffed animal, that's my friend. Really, it is my friend. Like, that's the stuffed animal of my friend.
I mean, if you're a Smallville citizen, and you see him at the Winter Festival with the S on the sweater. And then maybe like a Ma and Pa Kent invite you back to the farm for like hot chocolate, and you stumble into Clark's bedroom and you see all of that, and it's like things are adding up here.
I'm putting some pieces together, and the puzzle is like snapping into place.
Yeah, so things are pretty obvious in Clark's world. The other thing that I thought was really interesting about the art was there was a really good use of humor in some of these panels. Brainy says after Supergirl is like saving this orange cat from the tree, he says, you can lose track of time, often forgetting that we need to. And then the next panel is Supergirl with this elderly lady with a traffic person with a stop sign. So I thought that was nice that the panel is sort of ending that sentence for him in a visual way. So
I like that. I didn't catch that. I really like that. That's very clever.
I did think that was clever.
I like some of the background jokes, like while Kara is talking to Brainy about how she needs Clark and she needs her family. You can see Clark and Lois ice skating in the background, and it looks like Clark's about to eat it, which I think is very funny.
So do you think that's part of his secret identity, that he's trying to fumble around as if he's not very good? Because I would think that Superman he'd be able to do really well on skates.
I would think that Superman would be able to do it. So I feel like this is like a Clark Kent thing where he's like, as my character Clark Kent, he cannot ice skate, and I'm just gonna really I feel like he probably goes too big though. He like probably goes too broad, and he's like, whoa, and Lois is like, oh my god, no one believes this.
Because here are two things I have about Clark Kent ice skating. Is one, I think he has the ankles for it. Because
absolutely.
When I have tried ice skating, I'm not a good skater.
I was terrible. I haven't ice skated since I was a child. But when I was a child, I just stayed on the wall, like
Yeah.
hugging the wall.
Yeah. I think you have to have really strong ankles. So if there's anybody in the chat who is an ice skater, let me know if that assumption is correct. I think you have to be a person with strong ankles to make ice skating work, and I do not have strong ankles, so I think Clark could be able to do that. But then also, I would have a concern if Clark Kent fell on the ice. Would he be able to fall without causing a big hole in the ice skating
Ooh.
rink? That would be my concern. Can you fall without making a big impact? Because Superman could fall on concrete and create a hole in the ground. I don't know if that would be a concern for him or not.
Yeah, I think that could be a problem too in an ice skating rink. Like just breaking up all the ice and be like, oops. So maybe he has to like maybe he like doesn't fully fall. He like falls. He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Maybe he doesn't actually fall. That's a good point. Yeah.
He's just like constantly almost falling. He's like, whoa, all around the ice rink. And they're like, this guy's been falling for 10 minutes, but he hasn't actually fallen. Do you think that's weird?
Also, does that bring more attention to him if he's doing that? Wouldn't it be better for him to just be like a normal guy who could ice skate and then he wouldn't stick out? That's the problem I have with like
that's
kind
not
of
where he's going.
some of the klutzy Clark Kent. Like I get why he does it so that people don't think he's like Superman, but you're also drawing attention to yourself in a way that maybe you wouldn't want to if you were Superman. I don't know. There's pros and cons to both of those takes.
Yeah, he's like, I couldn't possibly ice skate because I'm such a klutz, unlike Superman, who is obviously not a klutz. But that's why I'm wearing the S, because he's aspirational to me.
I really look up to him and his strong ankles.
And his ankles so strong, his balance so good.
Okay, well, Morgan, do you have any thoughts about the art before we wrap up?
I liked the art. I thought that the art style was fun. Honestly, I really liked the colors in this. I thought that the colors were really pretty. It had to me almost like a little bit of a watercolory look. Like the colors were softer in this issue, and like there was I liked the backgrounds of like the purples and the pinks and the falling snow and everything. I thought that the art in this was really fun.
And I agree. I think the watercolor look to it is very unique, and I think fits this sort of return to Smallville and feeling that nostalgia with it. I think that's something that I took to it. I'm also pulling up a panel that has Clark in it, and I don't guess the yellow thing is a scarf.
Oh, it looks like is it like a puffy vest?
It must be, I guess.
Oh,
so I was wrong. I just wanted to correct the record on that I don't think it is a yellow scarf. It's some sort of puffy jacket.
His fashion. I will also say they have Lois Lane in purple.
Yeah,
which is a very Lois Lane color.
That is very Lois Lane color. So I think the colors and the art style are very fitting to the story that they are telling. Well, overall thoughts on this one, Morgan. Did you think this was a good a holiday story for us to end on for 2025 Supergirl Radio?
I think so. I mean, what better way to end on for the holidays than on a holiday Supergirl story, which, you know, I feel like in years gone by we wouldn't have gotten, but now so close to the summer of Supergirl. Now we're going to get all kinds of Supergirl stuff. We've got an ongoing Supergirl title. We have special holiday issues. This is the second special holiday issue that we've gotten for Supergirl.
True. Two in a row.
Yeah, two in a row. So I think this is a very fun way to go out for the season. We got to see Kara go to a little winter festival and have a good time and go on a blind date with, it turns out, Brainiac from the future. So that's fun. Yeah, I really enjoyed this issue. I thought it was, this story within this holiday issue, and I thought it was really well done. I thought it was a really fun story for Kara.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised because there is a big budget Supergirl movie coming up, and they would probably want to ramp up some of the Supergirl content, but I'm pleasantly surprised that Supergirl got her own story in this. I don't know how long this has been planned, if this is something that they intentionally did in conjunction with the movie, but I'm actually very pleased with this as a Supergirl fan. I continually feel like I'm not used to being catered to or pandered to in any way. And I feel like we have been pandered to a lot. And I am here for it. I enjoy it. I want more of it. I enjoy seeing
We'll take
Supergirl.
all the pandering. Thank you.
We would love it if they pandered to us more.
That's DC and WB's present to us is pandering. Pandering to the Supergirl fans.
I like it. And so I think this is a fun. So Supergirl has been in holiday issues before, but this is a story that's really about her. So I really enjoyed that so much. So this is a good one. I feel like to end our 2025 year of podcasting before we go out before the end of the new year, before we get into 2026. So I was glad that we could cover this.
Now, question.
Yeah.
Did you read the other stories in this issue, or did you only read the Supergirl one?
I only read the Supergirl issue, but if you have read other ones, could you recommend some?
Yes, I actually thought that the overall issue, I was like, well, if I'm going to read the Supergirl one, and it is that time of year, like, let me read the whole thing. I actually really liked this whole holiday special. I thought that the Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy one was fun. But I always think that Harley and Ivy are fun. I thought that the Animal Man one was surprisingly fun, and I know nothing about Animal Man. And they did like an It's a Wonderful Life, but it was kind of negging Animal Man. I did not expect that. I was like, that's really funny. Poor Animal Man. They were like, It's a Wonderful Life. It's like, if you weren't there, like all these things would have went wrong. And the spoiler alert, but they tell Animal Man, it's like, if you weren't here at this thing, well, like Vixen would have gotten it with her animal powers. And he's like, what? Are you?
Oh,
what? That's not nice. Like, he's like, aren't you supposed to be encouraging me? I think that one is definitely worth a read because it is very funny. Our girl Dr. Light gets a showcase. I didn't know anything about her before our dive into the Tomorrowverse. And I thought it was fun to see her get a little spotlight. And then Martian Manhunter has a story in here where he is Santa Claus.
Of course.
Yeah, exactly.
He could shapeshift.
He can shapeshift, and he's got those mental powers, and he uses them to be Santa Claus and to save a little town. So
he can know if someone is naughty or nice.
He truly can. And I thought that was, I think that they were all fun. There's also a Galaxy story that is around Hanukkah. I thought that was really fun. I didn't, the Ma Hunkel one, I was like, I don't know who this is. I don't feel like I have the context for this one. And then since I'm now just going through all of them, there was a Captain Marvel one where it's a little, not quite like the Supergirl one, but he's basically at a school dance with a girl who asked him, but then her mom is like a reporter who wants Captain Marvel to be there for charity. So he's like going back and forth trying to do it to be both people, and it goes about as well as you'd think.
Did I see some Green Lantern in here?
There is some Green Lantern in the Dr. Light issue, indeed.
Looks like a little Guy Gardner there. It
is Guy Gardner, and she is annoyed with him. She's like, she also is like, I just don't care for this.
And it looks like Supergirl also makes like a cameo appearance. She doesn't seem to do anything.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. Yeah, I forgot. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, she's just kind of in the background.
Yeah, she's got a mug of some kind.
Yeah, she's like at the holiday party, just kind of hanging out, but she doesn't get to do anything in particular, which I mean, if you got Supergirl, you should throw her a line. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna go into the summer of Supergirl with this, I think she should be featured in all the stories.
Exactly. We have some comments from Mind the Gap. So first, Mind the Gap says Animal Man is strange because he has met Grant Morrison.
Like in the comment, like in the like the meta.
I guess so. Mind the
version,
Gap says, not like how Alan Moore claimed to meet John Constantine. I guess that does sound very strange.
So like is Grant Morrison in the comic and like has an interaction with Animal Man? Or has Grant Morrison said like in real life?
Or has Grant Morrison been
I
like,
have
no,
met Animal
no,
Man.
I know that dude. Both of them are weird. I gotta be
I want to ask this question because Morgan, you are a comic book writer. And so I do I do want to ask you this question.
Sure.
If you were writing a comic, would you want to put yourself in as a character? Like as
Ooh.
yourself?
I mean, maybe if I was like if it was like long running, I would probably want to put myself in, but I would just be like in the background somewhere. It'd
You'd be like Alfred Hitchcocking it.
Exactly. Just like my outline, like holding two cats or something in the background. Like that's Morgan, all right. Mind the Gap says, yes, Grant Morrison wrote an issue where they met Animal Man. Alan Moore claimed he met Constantine in the real world.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so Constantine is actually real.
I could buy that though.
You know,
Like,
Matt
he could be
Ryan has been Constantine a couple of times. All I'm saying.
There could be a Constantine who just wears that trench coat and smokes a lot.
Sure.
I could maybe he does magic. I could buy that. I could buy that guy.
I could buy that too. He's probably if I'm ever walking down the street and like somebody in that trench coat smoking a cigarette is like, guess which card, I'm just gonna be like, no, Constantine, not today. And then I said I didn't know who Ma Hunkel was. Mind the Gap says Ma Hunkel is the original Red Tornado. She has no powers. She just wears a cooking pot on her head. That does actually clear some stuff up for me. Surprisingly enough. Thank you so much. I was like, what's happening here?
Why does she wear the cooking pot though?
It's certainly not explained in this.
Why does she have? So if she's Red Tornado though, like
yeah, I don't know how the
do you think
how does the pot come into it?
How does the pot stay on the head?
Yeah, what if she's
cycloning?
Like, yeah, when she's cycloning, does the pot's just sort of there? I feel like this has opened up more questions.
Yeah, I don't think that's solved it. I have more questions now.
But it's left me with more questions. Mind the Gap says it was the 1930s. Okay, we weren't asking those kind of questions back then.
So would Ma Hunkel predate Superman? That can't be right.
That can't be right.
No. What was the first appearance of Ma Hunkel?
I'm looking it up. I'm Googling Ma Hunkel. Let's see. Red Tornado.
First appearance. First appearance, All-American Comics #3, June 1939.
Whoa. Oh my God.
So like right after Superman. It was like Superman created superhero comics, and then like right after Ma Hunkel, and it's like right there.
Like, they're super okay. We've created a whole new genre, superhero comics, and it's like, who do we need? And it's like Ma Hunkel. She's just a lady. She's got a weird costume. She wears a pot on her head. She doesn't have powers. Don't worry about that. Stanley says Ma Hunkel is the first female superhero.
Incredible.
Perhaps that is true. And Rachel wants to know, does Ma Hunkel predate Batman?
Okay.
And I feel like probably, right?
Batman came on the scene in 1939. So
okay.
His first appearance
contemporaries.
it was like Batman Ma Hunkel, like right there. So Batman's first appearance is obviously Detective Comics #29, cover dated May 1939, published March 30th, 1939. So Ma Hunkel is like right after. First appearance is Ma Hunkel, June 1939.
Okay, so he just squeaks by.
So can you imagine being a comic book reader in 1939? You're like, wow, Batman, and then you go, wow, Ma Hunkel. It's really
Uh, uh, in Very 3 said, add her to the Trinity, honestly. And it's like, yes. Ma Hunkel, I think, is an icon. I love her. I love her big pot that she wears on her head. I think we should get more whimsical with our costumes, quite honestly. Also, I want to point out that based on this holiday special, the pot has like eye holes in it. I don't know. That just kind of freaked me out. Like, I don't like the pot is like
what
fully
page?
down here, and then there's eye holes. If you go to page, you can really see it on her on like page 8.
Yes,
where
okay.
she is putting the pot back on her head and jumping off the building.
Well, how else is she going to see, Morgan? She needs eye holes.
She does need the eye holes. I thought that she was gonna like more have the pot like sort of jauntily to the side, like you would wear a hat or something.
It's a full
like
helmet.
A baseball hat.
It's a full helmet.
Full helmet. I like it. That's gonna protect your head. That's gonna protect your noggin.
Yeah, she needs to have that. Oh, wow. Now I want to do a deep dive on Ma Hunkel. I want to know everything about her.
Supergirl Radio special, Ma Hunkel.
Everyone is going to tune in for that.
It's what the people have been asking for.
This is inspiring. I am going to learn as much as I can. So that's amazing. Well, I guess I'll have to read all these stories now. You have inspired me, Morgan, to not just read the Supergirl stuff, to read all of them. They're probably
the Supergirl stuff is the most important stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
But now we've learned about Ma Hunkel, and I feel this is why I like to read some of these like collections that they do where there's multiple characters that they do from time to time. They've done them with like the Pride issues, and then they do like the special holiday issues. And I like to read them because even if I'm not familiar with the character, sometimes like the Googling I will do after I read it like takes me down a rabbit hole I could have never imagined.
It does introduce me to some characters that I maybe was not as familiar with. So this is good. I like that. I think all comics really should do that. So really great comics, I think, do that for me. So this is something that I'm going to have to read all the way through now. So very exciting stuff. Well, I think that's going to do it for this episode of Supergirl Radio. If you want to contact us, you can post a comment on our website at supergirlradio.com. You can email us at supergirlradio@gmail.com. You can be with us on YouTube or maybe Instagram if we decide to do Instagram in the future. And you can comment and share your thoughts that way as well. You can like us on Facebook and follow us on X and Instagram, all at Supergirl Radio. If you like what we do, we encourage you to give us a rating and write us a review on Apple Podcasts. Supergirl Radio is part of the DC TV Podcast and Multiverse of Color Network, so go check out those websites. You can hang out with us as we usually go live and wired on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern on the DC TV Podcast YouTube channel. We have been so inconsistent on Tuesdays during the holiday season.
Holiday season, man, it's killing us.
Everything is on Tuesdays, so we're trying to work around it. So thank you to everybody who has been flexible with our schedule as we did different dates. But in 2026, we're really going to make an effort to be Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. DC TV Podcast also has a T Public store. So if you're in need of some new DC or DC Comics or DC TV or DC movie related t-shirts, tank tops, sweatshirts, magnets, tote bags, pins, phone cases, pillows, stickers, or shorts, you can get shorts and socks. I think they now offer socks. Go to supergirlradio.com and click on the T Public store link at the top of the page.
And since the story we talked about for this episode was about Supergirl during the holidays, we have a Supergirl holiday design in the T Public store.
It's actually beautiful. It's so beautiful.
I like it a lot.
I think this would be a great mug to put all your hot cocoa or your as Martian Manhunter's father, Marin or Mirren, however you pronounce his name. He said brown water for coffee. You could put your brown water in here.
You can put whatever you want in there, and I could. It seems so cozy. Like she's got the big scarf on. Like I can just imagine like being inside watching the snow, drinking out of my holiday Supergirl mug.
Yeah, so you can get this. This is a new design that we've put in the DC TV Podcast T Public store. So if you want to continue your time merging into 2026 as we go into the summer of Supergirl, and you need more stuff, Supergirl merch, we have some of that in the DC TV Podcast T Public store for you to enjoy. Well, let's see where I am. I have too many tabs open. We would also like to thank our legion of super sponsors for supporting the Supergirl Radio Patreon. These people are Michael, Sam, Anne-Marie, Yvonne, Nicola, Abby, Miriam, Nicole, Brian, Ethan, Majuba, Annie, Rachel, and Kit. If you would also like to become a legion of super sponsor, you can go to patreon.com/Supergirl Radio. And if you would like to hang out with me on some places where I am, I'm on the Vero True social app at Derby Kid over there. I'm also on Instagram at the Derby Kid. I also have a personal YouTube channel at youtube.com/duckmilkprod. So hopefully during the holidays after Christmas, I'll be able to churn out some personal side projects over on some of these platforms. So if you want to come check me out, please visit me there.
Nice. And you can find me on the internet as a co-host on the Legendary Ladies podcast, where you can find us at the Legendary Ladies on YouTube, where we post our episodes, and at the Legendary Ladies on Instagram, and at Legends_podcast on Twitter. And we are breaking for our holiday season, but before we did our episode on Wicket for Good. So you can check that out. It should be up right now.
Yeah, I was actually listening to that earlier today because I've only seen part 1. I have not seen part 2.
You haven't seen part for good?
So I was kind of spoiling myself, but I think it's fine. So it's okay. I know this.
I mean, it is kind of based on the Wizard of Oz, so there's only so much like spoiling you can do.
So I can't wait to finish that episode to hear the conclusions of the Legendary Ladies and where you all come down on it.
Nice.
Yeah. So thank you for sharing your thoughts there. Well, I think that's it for Supergirl Radio for 2025. And until next time, I'm Zor-El Rebecca Johnson.
And I'm still Morgan Glennon. And the next time you hear from us, it's going to be 2026. And you know what that year is. The year of Supergirl.
McGurk! I love typing.
Not mess with my Google Docs, Meeksy.
Supergirl Radio is going live every night of the week. How do you like it? Is becoming a human burrito a plus or a minus? I don't know. It does seem snug.
I mean, they say you are what you eat.
Kira. I love that.
So I do a podcast called Supergirl Radio, and one of our segments is Lena Luthor, Boardroom or Ballroom. Because
she looks like a boss in this coat.
Nasty Luthor like a different Luthor? It's not just Lena being mean?
No.
Helen Slater here. So fun to know that you're hosting a podcast called Supergirl Radio.